In this video, I'm going to teach you how to create a header that is transparent on top of the banner and changes color as the screen scrolls. Without CSS, only with Elementor settings, and I'm going to teach you how to make this header with Flexbox Container. Hey guys, how are you? Here is Michaela from Simplifying Websites. Before starting the tutorial, I'm going to ask you to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, okay? That's it. Let's go to the tutorial. So, come on guys. I'm here on the MacCreative website, which is a portfolio site that I taught you to create here on the channel. I'll leave the link in the card and in the description if you want to learn how to do this project, okay? In the video of the project, I already teach how to create the header, but then I'll teach it again here. I took it out, I'll teach it again here, okay? I'm going to teach you, as I said, how to make a header that is transparent on top of the banner, and in the scroll it has a background color, it changes color, okay? In the other videos I taught with this configuration, I taught only the configuration and said like this, watch my other videos, I teach how to make the full header. But this causes a lot of confusion. A lot of people say like this, I don't know how to do it anyway. So, I'm going to teach you from the beginning how to make the header, and then I'm going to teach you the configuration of making it transparent on top of the banner and changing it, okay? It's even good because now I'm going to teach with the Elementor Flexbox container, and I've already done this same tutorial, but for those who use sections and columns. So, if you want, there's this video here on the channel too, okay? First, if you want to do it with Flexbox container, remember that you have to activate it, right? You have to come to Elementor settings. Resources, it may be that you have written experiments in yours too. The Flexbox container has to be active, which is the new technology of Elementor, okay? And with Elementor, we create the style, the model, the visual representation here of the header, but we have to create the header within WordPress so that we can call it there in Elementor. So the first thing we do is come here in Appearance menus. If you want to see only the part of the transparent configuration to change color, go to the end of the video, which will be there, okay? It's in the header below too. If it's the first time you're making a header, it'll be like this. It'll be empty, see? You won't need to click on Create New Menu up there. When you come here, it'll be empty like this, okay? Then here you will put the header name. I will put the name Main Menu 2, because I already have another one there, you know? So I'm going to put this name. In yours, you can put the header, the main header, whatever you want. Then you click here on Create Menu. Then here in See All, you will have all the pages you have on your website. Then you can select the pages you want here and click on Add to Menu. Then you can drag it like this, so you can stay the way you want. I only have these pages here on my website, but I want to put more things in my header. So, I'm going to leave these 3 here, and then, for example, I want to put a part in the header that, when I click, comes here to the About Us part, which is this one. So, to do this, we put it with a personalized link, you see? Here, in the text part, I will write About Us, which is this text that is here, you see? That's what we click on the header. And here in the URL, I put the link. As I want this page here, this home page, to have it, I'm going to get the link from this page, which in my case here is the main page. I'm going to paste it here. You see there's a bar at the end? It has to have this bar, and then after the bar, I'm going to write hashtag About Us, without an accent and everything together. And I'm going to click Add to Menu. I'm going to put it up here, okay? Then I also want to put the portfolio. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to paste the link here, after the bar. I'm going to put hashtag portfolio all together, without an accent, put it here, and I also want to put the FAQ part, which are these frequent questions here, right? So I'm going to write FAQ here. I'm going to paste the link. I'm going to put hashtag FAQ. I'm going to add it, okay? Then, after you put everything you want, you click here to save the header. Now we're going to create the header model there in Elementor. Remembering that this way I'm doing it is with Elementor Pro, okay? If you only have Elementor Free, there's already a video on the channel teaching you how to create with Elementor Free. Okay, we're going to come here in Models, Add New. You're going to select the header option here. It may be written header in yours too, okay? Then I'm going to give my header a name. I'm going to give it Menu 2, because I already have another model, right? But it can be just header if it's the first time. I'm going to click on Create Model. Here we already have the header models that we can take as a reference, but I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to close here. I'm going to get a container with arrows to the side. I'm going to come here in space between elements. I'm going to change it to percentage. I'm going to leave it at 2%. This means that the space between each item that we put will have 2%, okay? I'm going to come here in Style Background Type. I'm going to click on the world. I'm going to get the purple color, which I already have registered. If in your case you don't have any color registered, you come here, put the color, or choose here. Okay, now I'm going to come here in the library. I'm going to get my site logo here. I'll leave it here. If you don't have the logo registered, you can drag an image here, get the image here, get the logo, and come here in link and put the URL here, which is the link of the home page, or you can register the site logo. Just come here, go to site settings, then you will have the site identity here. You put the logo here, and here the icon that appears up there, then you click on save before coming back here, okay? I'm going to go back here in the library too. I'm going to search for menu. The name has changed. Now it's called WordPress menu. Before it was Navi menu or navigation menu. Now it's WordPress menu. We're going to drag it here, and I also want to put a button here, so I'm going to drag a button here to the side. Okay, now I'm going to start setting up. First, I'm going to come here in my menu. I'm going to come in Style. In Color, I'm going to leave it white. In Typography, I'm going to take this one for text. If you don't have any configured, you come here, choose the font. I chose Montserrat, size 15, weight 500, okay? In the button, I'm going to come here and write, ask for a budget. Here in the link, I'm going to put the link of the contact page. You can put the link of your WhatsApp, whatever you want. Okay. I'm going to come here in Style, in Hover, which is the action of passing the mouse. I'm going to leave an animation called Grow, which is to grow, because when I pass the mouse, it looks like this, okay? Now we're going to configure the size here to be in the right spacing. Here in the Flexbox container, we have to think like this. We have 100% here in the section, minus the spaces between the items. We are using 2 spaces, and each of these has 2%. That is, we are using 4% of space between the items. So we put 100 minus 4, 96 left for us to work. Then we have to put the size of each item in such a way that their summation is 96, okay? Okay. I had already written down here how much I had used and worked, and I had put 59% in the header. So I'm going to come here in the header, I'm going to come in advanced. I'm going to come here in width, I'm going to change to custom, here in the unit of measurement, I'm going to put a percentage, I'm going to put 59, okay? And then I'm going to put here in the image, I'm going to put 19. Width, custom, change to percentage, I'm going to put 19. It's a nice size, but I think I wrote it wrong, right? Because 96 minus 59 minus 19, there will be 18 left, not 16. So I'm going to come here in the button, I'm going to come in advanced. Width, I'm going to put custom, I'm going to put in percentage, and I'm going to put 18. Done. Now we're using 100% of the space. Okay, then we're going to come here in the container, we're going to come here in the layout, we're going to come here in the center. If you have trouble with spacing and everything, there's a video here on the channel teaching you how to use the Flexbox container, and then you'll learn how to calculate spacing and everything, okay? Okay. Here in the header, you can also configure here in Style the hover, you see, which is the action of moving the mouse. Look, if you want to change the color, you change it here. Here the text color is pink, right? And the color of the pointer, which is this line down here, I'm going to remove actually this pointer that I don't like, okay? So you come here in content pointer, and I'm not going to leave any, because then I just want to leave the text color, okay? Then it will look like this. Here is the active color, which is when it's passing over, or when it's in place on the page, right? I'm going to change it to this pink one here too, and then, okay. Then we need to configure it for mobile, right? Just click here, put it on the phone. I'm going to come here in the image. I'm going to come here in advanced, in width. I'm going to change it to percentage, and I'm going to change it to 78. It has 2 spacing, 80 and 20 left. Then I'm going to come here in the header. I'm going to come in advanced. I'm going to come here in width. I'm going to change it to percentage, and I'm going to put 20. Then they stayed here in the same line. The button, I'm going to come here, I'm going to come in width, I'm going to put width 100%. I'm going to come here in content. I'm going to leave it justified because it will look like this. I'm going to come here in the header. I'm going to increase its minimum height so they don't get so attached to this button here, see? Then it will look like this. I'm going to come here in this header. I'm going to come in Style button. Here in the color, I'm going to leave it white. In this background color, I'll leave it white, and I'll come here. In this bar below, I'll decrease the transparency to stay like this. Okay, it was like that. Then you realize that when we open it, it's like this, right? Because we need to come here in content, and here in total width, we have to leave it activated, which is like this, okay? Then if you want to configure this drop-down header here, you configure here, suspension line. See? Then you can configure, for example, the color of the text. Or if you want to leave it gray, and then in the hover, which is in the action of passing the mouse, change it to white, for example, see? In the active, you can change it to pink, for example, okay? Then it will look like this. Then, after all, you can publish. How do you guarantee that it will be on the entire site? You click here on Publish, Add Condition, then it comes here as a standard for the entire site. So when you save any page on the site that you access, I'll reload here. The header will be here, see? You know that it is the contact page. It will also be here on the contact page. If you want, you can put it on all pages except this page. Even if you have clicked on Publish and it is not appearing here on the site, you can come here, click here, Display Conditions, and then you will go back to this tab. See? Then just click Add Condition, which will be here. If you want, as I said, to appear on the entire site except the contact page, for example, you click here, put here, exclude, then you choose. You will choose what? A singular, right? Which is just one. Then you will choose what it is. Then I will put pages, and I will choose which page it is, which will be the contact page. They're ready. Then I will save. And then, in this way, it will appear on the entire site, the page of our solutions, and then here on the contact page, it will not appear, because there I put it so that it does not appear, right? But if I go back here to the home page, for example, it is. Okay? Remembering, come here on the arrow, Display Conditions, which will be here. I will click on Save. Okay. Now how do we make it transparent here on top of the banner? We will come here in the container. We will come here in Style. We will come here in Role Effect. We will come here in Transparency. We will leave here the active from 0 to 2%. More or less. 0 to 2%, okay? Let's go here in Advanced. Let's go here in Motion Effects. Let's go here in Fixed. Let's leave it at Superior, or it may be written top on yours, okay? Let's click on Update. Then we need to activate this option here of Relative Effects. Let's leave the whole page, which will activate the Transparency option, and let's click on Update. Then it becomes transparent, and in the role it changes color. Now it's getting white because it's not on top of the banner, it's alone there, so we have to put a negative margin for it to go down here to the top of the banner. So we will come here in the container, we will come in Advanced, we will unlink this padding value here, you see? It's gray. We click for it to turn white, and here at the bottom, we will click to decrease, you see? Then I will put a value here that I already know will work, which is 75. I will click on Update. Look, I'm going to update. Look, you see? It's getting on top of the banner. Then if I scroll the screen, look, it changes to normal color. It still puts the transition effect. You see? You can change the effect here, even here in Style, here in Transparency. It has the fade in effect. It can be fade out, or it can be these others here. I'll leave the fade in, which I think is more natural, you see? And it looks like this. Here in mine, as my banner is this size, my header is this size, 75 here on the margin, minus 75 was cool. But you can test it on yours. Look, I'll put 50 here for you to see. Look, 50 didn't cover mine, you see? There was a white bar up there. That's why I had to decrease. Look, you're going down, you're going up, you see? The little part here going up. That's why I had to decrease it more. Leave 75 to stay. To look cool here on top of the banner, okay? It can happen to your header when you do this. It doesn't appear. It stays behind the banner. If this happens, you will come here in Advanced Container. Here in Z-Index, you will put 1 and save update, then it will appear, okay? Now we're missing just the linking part, right? Remember that I did the part about us, our solutions and FAQs here, so we can call this part here? So, this is how you do it. You will open your Elementor editor here on the home page, right? Look, and here in the part about us, which is in this container, I will come here, I will come in Advanced, and here in ID CSS, I will write I will write the same ID that I wrote here, you see? After the hashtag about us two, you can even copy this here and paste it to make sure it's written right, okay? Only here you have to put without the hashtag, okay? Here, it's just a little name. You just put the hashtag here in the link, okay? So, here I put about us. Here in the portfolio part, I come here in this advanced. ID CSS, I write the portfolio, it's the same there. Look, portfolio here, look, you see? I write here, remembering that there are 100 lowercase and 100 punctuation. And here in the FAQ part, the same thing, advanced Idaho CSS, I write FAQ. And then after that, you save this page. And then when you click, look, about us will be here. Portfolio will come here and FAQ will come here, okay? Another thing, how do you access that editor there in the header again if you want to make any changes to it? There are 3 ways. First, here on the page, right here where you are, you click on the element. Here will be the models that are on the page. Then you see header 2, you can click on it. I will click with the right button to open a new guide, which will open the editor here, okay? You can do that, or you can also come here inside WordPress, come in Models, Models Saved, you will have here, look, click on All, then it will be here, look, Header 2, then you click on Edit with Elementor, or being here, anywhere on the site, inside WordPress, or here on the page, you type Ctrl-E, which will appear this Explorer here from Elementor, which is called Finder, then you will type Header, then it will appear here, you see? Menu 2, Header Model, you click, then it will go to the Elementor editor too, okay? Then we need to configure the mobile part for this matter of transparency, okay? If you click here with the right button, Inspect, click here on the phone, you will be able to see how it is getting here on the cell phone. In this case, the header is not even appearing. It is only appearing on the scroll, see? So in this case, you have 2 options. You come here on the header, right? Click here, put it on the phone, then you have 2 options, or you can come here on the container, come in Style, and remove the cell phone option, which will not be transparent here. You see? It will be the normal header. If we reload, the normal header will appear up there, only in this case, it is getting a little below the banner, right? So we have to come here first in Advanced. Z-index, leave Z-index 1, update, look for it to appear right here. So, you have this option, you can disable the transparency option because then it stays in the normal color, or you can leave the transparency option, right? Come here in the container, come here in Style, leave the phone option here, only then we will configure. Remember, I'll even update it here for you to see. If the header is not appearing here, if it is below the banner, you have to come here in Z-index and leave one, okay? First thing. Okay then, you have to come here on the page itself, see? In the editor of the page itself, come here in responsive mode. Come here on the cell phone. Then this container here, this first container. You come here in it, then you come here, see? In padding, put it on the cell phone, right? I put it in the phone option here, then you come here in advanced padding, disable the padding values, and in the top padding, right? Here at the top, you will put a value. I will put 150 to make a nice spacing here, see? To fit the header. And I will click on Update. Look, if I update the page here, I already have a nice space here on the header, but it is still getting white up there. Then we come here, inside the editor of the header, come to the container, then it's 75 here, right? We will change to 100 and something. Disable padding values, put minus 105, I don't know, let's see. Update, then I will reload. Look, there's still some left there, right? Put minus 135, update. Look, there's still a little space left. Put minus 145. Update. Done. Then it's already here covering the banner, right? It's transparent on top of the banner, and the scroll wheel changes to background color. In this case, here on mobile, as one button is on top of the other, you can disable the button. You can click on this button, turn it on advanced, turn it on responsive, hide it for cell phone mode, and hide it for tablet and update. It will look like this without the button, see? But in this case, because of the button, it was high, and we had increased its height, we can come here in layout and decrease the height, right? Leave it at the default height here and update. Done. It looks like this. It's transparent up here, and on the scroll wheel it stays. If you want it to be more transparent, you can change the color. Space. You go back here on the page, increase the space here. If you want it to be with a bigger breadth, increase it to 170. I'm going to change it to white, and I'm going to change the color to black. I'm going to change the color to white, and I'm going to change the color to black. Then there was a little more space between the header. If you find the logo too big, you come here and adjust it. Come here in the size of the logo, come here advanced, decrease its size here. For example, I will decrease it to 58. Then these 20 that I took out of here, I have to put it in the header. Look, come here in advanced in the header and put the space, update. Then the header is getting smaller, you see? Then, as it got crooked here, you come here in the container, leave it justified for the center and update, because then when we update the page here, it will stay here in the middle, you see? Then it gets aligned. Cute. Then we leave that space left over, leave 20, only from the header. And then it will be like this, in the transparent headers here in Mobile, and rolling here on the screen, changing color, okay? So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, a hug. See you next time. Bye.